right, you know what time it is. Let the meltdown begin. Well, it's already begun. It's overwhelming watching just people lose their damn minds on that little bird site, right? We know what's happening. Hey, by the way, some of you that have been escorted away from the building, I believe your invitation to return may be happening as we speak. Of course, we're talking about Elon Musk taking over to Twitter today. And I can't. I really just am enjoying this, watching the meltdowns, watching different things happen. Got all kinds of articles about it. I have some other articles that'll be in the tabs. I'm not getting to any of it today. It's open mic day. The link's at the top of the chat in on YouTube and on Rumble. You got to scroll up if that thing fills up because you can't pin a tweet. But it's in the description wherever. If you want to jump in and talk about Twitter. And also here's an invitation. If you see any tweets you want me to highlight, if you see any memes you want me to highlight, I want to see them all. It's all I want to talk about today because it's just one of those things. I want to laugh and have fun and do the stuff. And so we're gonna do that. And I have one guest I'm gonna let Jay hang out with me. And then if anyone else drops in, Jay's gonna stay here too because he's here. So if you don't know who Jay is, I'll tell you in a minute. But anyway, that's what we're talking about today. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday, right? And we're just gonna have some fun. Let's just have some fun. Open mic day. If you want to talk about other stuff, I don't care. But I'm just gonna go through all this Twitter stuff because it's hilarious, and that's what we're gonna do. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do today. Johnny, I think I need a bigger room though. I'll fix that during the intro. Johnny, play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
Yes! Tis I, the dog, and greetings from the dog pound. I had to expand. I had to move the studio because it was just too cramped in here. And so I thought I'd get into a bigger room. So I have more room for more people to join me. If you want to join the chat, you can, if you want to participate in Open Mic Day, it is pinned on the YouTube channel. It is also, what else? Pinned one. Oh, post one in the community. Wait, no, I need you to send me the link somehow. You'll figure it out. Anyway, the big news, obviously, is that Twitter is now owned, or at least controlled by one Elon Musk, and it's just funny because a lot of people have been waiting for this. Now, look, I have no illusions that there still won't be some fuckery on YouTube or on Twitter, excuse me. I'd like to think that maybe he will do what he says he's going to do. I'm hoping that he, at least lets people be a little more themselves. Maybe they change because for example, the whole thing about banning people permanently, like forever, from Twitter, I've always thought that was stupid. People who like to use Twitter, kind of like YouTube, I'm not a fan of how YouTube does it either, but at least you get opportunity. The permaban thing is stupid. It just is. It's like people who like to use Twitter really like to use Twitter, and they can. You should be able a period of time where you can come back, right? I mean, just make it longer every time, and then people will kind of stay with the rules. But I think the rules are arbitrary, so that's the other problem. But anyway, Twitter confirms completion of Elon Musk's $44 billion with a B acquisition deal. Elon Musk has completed the blah, blah. Okay, it's just like all these online things. They put the headline in the first line of the article. Can't y'all get creative with headlines or something? Can't you do that? Drives me nuts. Anyway, Elon Musk has completed his $44 million acquisition of Twitter. The company confirmed in a securities filing Friday, putting the world's richest man in charge of one of the world's most influential social media platforms. The company said the deal became effective on Thursday as part of the filing, notifying its intention to delist from the New York Stock Exchange. The confirmation comes after a source familiar with the deal told CNN, this is CNN, had closed Thursday night. Musk also appeared to acknowledge the takeover in a tweet Thursday, saying, the bird is free. It's free. Free bird. What's that song? If I leave here tomorrow. That's the Freebird song, right? Is that the right one? Yes. Anyway, so it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if the bird really is freed. But I think that one of the things that they've already talked about is he perhaps has already said that people who've been permanently banned may have an opportunity to return. We'll see if that happens. But anyway, the deal's closing removes a cloud of uncertainty that has hung over Twitter's business, employees, and shareholders for much of the year. It also averts a corporate blah 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 blah. So anyway, I'm going to have a whole bunch of articles about Twitter. But first, let's do this because I want my. I don't want to remove it. Okay, there he is. I'm bringing my friend Jay Pylon. We'll turn his mic back on. What's up, Jay?
Hey everyone, it's Jay Pylon. Good to be in here. Dawg Knight, how's it going?
Good. It's fantastic.
Good morning, chat. Good morning, Dawg.
So welcome to Jay Pylon, who also often Jay goes on Canon Hotep's channel, and they have a show they do. Go check out Canon Hotep's channel. You have a channel yourself too, don't you?
Yes, Jay Pylon on YouTube.
It's just like it's spelled right there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so anyway, so we're gonna just we go through some articles on this, but Jay, when you heard that the deal actually closed, were you at all surprised?
No, you guys. So if you're not aware, I do a lot of gematria, numbers, numerical coding, and things like that. That I look into things, and so ahead of time, this was week 44, and they wanted the deal for $44 billion. So if you follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. I'm usually posting up stuff before it happens. And I was right along with tracking this right along, and I knew that it was coming anyway. I figured they would do this during week 44.
Hold up. Are you talking about some mystical number shit?
Basically, yeah. Gematria, numerical combinations of seeing how things will play out. And I think that the way that they did this with that 44 billion and the way that it was week 44, and they just touted out, the president came out with his jersey on that said 44, Obama. So I think that it was all synced up in order to happen this week. And
wow. That's deep. Now I'm of course, me being a little bit skeptical of that stuff, but still, it's kind of wild that worked out that way. So maybe,
yeah, plenty of fun.
Hey,
you go by my Twitter page, Jay Pylon 3. You'll see I post stuff like that all the time, and I have up the back in July. I was saying that the Prime Minister of the UK this year will be Rishi Sunak, and I figured he would be in on October 24th, which is when they put him in on the Diwali Day, which is the Indian holiday, and he is also Indian. So I knew that Rishi Sunak was going to become the prime minister. Liz Truss, she quit her job in just 44 days to sync up with this whole 44 billion. So I thought, this is a lot of 44s being touted everywhere. Something's going down. They're going to have Elon come out and say he owns Twitter. I like the way he brought that kitchen sink in, right?
That was funny.
He was like, let that sink in.
Let that sink in. Yeah, that was funny. So wait a minute. So you predicted the prime minister,
right,
using numbers, and then you predicted that this would happen in 44. That's wild. I'm tripping. Anyway, all right. Before we keep going here, let me say good morning to the troops, because I want to make sure I say hi to everyone. So this is what I do. Over on Rumble, thank you, Avocados Diable, who's first in there, and you get the bell. Very good. Also, good morning, Simon Wolfwood. In the on the YouTube end, Jay Pylon gets the bell. Thank you for being there first, and he was ready.
Natasha was in here too. Shout out Natasha Kayleen.
Oh, Natasha Kayleen was in here too. Are you still here,
Right.
Natasha? I'm just curious. She was here like way before. Like I always usually try to use that half-hour mark, but yeah, she was here earlier. Also, good morning to Advocatus Diabli in the YouTube chat, Aaron Meredith, JMK's in the house, James PFP, Mike Savage, Blarg, Infamous One. Infamous One. I always want to say Infamous 1-3, but it's Infamous One. Tales of Gore, what's up? Paul Pelosi got his ass beat. Yeah, I heard about that, man. That's not good. Also, good morning to. Oh shoot, I just realized I don't have my. Hang on a second. I just realized I don't have my Streamlabs dashboard open. I got to open that to make sure I know if I get any donations. I think one just popped up, so I got to check that. Anyway, I'll get that. Say Tales of Gore, Somnambul Nation, welcome. Lurking and working. Tyler F, what's up? Scribe like Dog Thrapple. Good morning also to Tex AG 007. Who am I missing here? I got James already. Anyone else? There's a bunch of people down here. Oh, Tyrannus Alexandrius Tremalish. Is that Ty? I've been asking, is that the correct way to pronounce that? I've been saying it like it with a German accent. I asked you this yesterday, and you didn't answer my question, so I'm just wondering. Oh shoot, let me get this tip history up here so I make sure I get all these. And let's see, anybody else? Jesse Leon's in the house. What up? Richo, my friend from down under. What up? Man Squatch. I'm stopping after I get to this line. Attack Alpaca and Renee Mayette. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. I think that's everybody. Oh, my favorite Canadian, Jaeger Pony's in the house. Got it. Can't forget about Jaeger Pony. All right, today is the, by the way, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty Johnson, also known as Dawg Knight on the internet. Welcome back to the Dawg Knight Channel on this Friday, the 28th of
Happy
October,
Friday.
2022. Rotten Corpses in the house, too. Welcome. And thank you, Tyler Alexander, the first sponsor of the day. And by the way, Tyler Alexander, that makes you...
You are
the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you very much. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. Tyler, why are you swearing in your never mind. I'm just messing with you. So it says here, God damn it, P-Dog. Every time I'm off to prison, you have an open mic night. I swear you do this on purpose. Anyway, here's to the bloodletting that Twitter is going through. FDG to Twitter and yo to Jay. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Tyler or Ty Alexander. I appreciate it. Stu Pedazzo, Canada, isn't it poutine harvesting season? Oh, is that how they make that shit? They harvest it? Anyway, welcome, Stu Pedazzo. If you're not already on this whatever the hell I'm trying to say, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell, and all that stuff. All right, let's get back into some Twitter news here, though. I should probably keep a chat. Make sure I get if there's any super chats too. All right, so I want to show you some of the headlines because there's several of them. And of course, the most important thing when they talk about Twitter, I see you, Richo, in the chat too. I'll get to you, man. The most important thing when they talk about Twitter that you have to be aware of is what Donald Trump's reaction to it is. So, of course, Business Insider has decided to talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump says Twitter is in sane hands following Elon Musk's takeover. Former President Donald Trump said Twitter's again, headline, first line of the article, the exact same line. Get some creative writers, please. It drives me crazy.
This is your pet peeve, huh? With the headlines within the part of the article.
Insane. And in fact, what will happen, right? I'll find an article on Twitter, and it'll have the first line of the article. Then the headline will be the first line of the article. Then the first line of the article will be the first time article. So I say shit 3 times. Anyway, he says that Trump it's insane hands now that Elon Musk has officially purchased the social media platform. I am very happy that Twitter is now in sane hands and will no longer be run by radical left lunatics and maniacs that truly hate our country. Trump wrote on Truth Social Friday morning. Twitter
Was
must
that
now.
was that your Trump or your Alec Baldwin?
It's okay. They're all the same. All my invitations are the same. Good morning, Sully 209. What's up? They're all the same. I'm not very good at invitations. Except for Dr. Anthony Fauci. Like, if you really need to have some medicine, I will have it approved by the FDA as fast as I can. Anyway, so Twitter must now work. He says Twitter must now work hard to rid itself of all the bots and fake accounts that have hurt it so badly. It will be a much smaller, but better. And he was suspended indefinitely from Twitter. That's one of those perma bans. But anyway, like I said, it's most important what Trump thinks. The AP just basically had a straight out deal, kind of a straight-laced article. Two people familiar with the deal said Elon Musk is in control of Twitter. Yes, and has ousted. This is good news, though. Here's some good news. Wait, Richard, you on here twice. I don't know which one to add. I'm going to add you in a second. And ousted chief financial officer and the company's chief lawyer. He ousted top executives. Let's see. What now? Breitbart. I don't know why there's so many ads in this one, but here it is. Must try blah 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 blah. Fired CEO Parag Agrawal, CFO Ned Sagal, and Chief Legal Counsel Vijay Gatti, whatever her name is, Vijaya. And if you don't remember, Vijaya, as opposed to Vijay, she was the one that was on. Do you remember when she was on Joe Rogan and with Tim? What's his name? Tim Pool. And Tim Pool was needling her about her blind spots and shit. You remember that, Jay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's the one who's into all this censoring people, and she's the one who made a decision to get rid of Trump. She's yeah.
How does a perma ban work digitally anyway? Can't he just make a new account and they say, okay, he's back?
Well, in theory, but I think that would be pretty obvious, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, because how Trump tweets, But anyway, so good. Those are good changes. Let's go to a couple other headlines. I'm going to bring Richo in here. On PJ Media, it's done. Elon Musk lays down the law in memo to Twitter advertisers. After an intense legal battle, Tesla CEO and Neuralink co-founder Elon Musk deal to buy. Now wait, hold it. They didn't do it. You see that? Wait a minute. So here's the headline. It's begun. Elon Musk lays down the law in memo to Twitter advertisers. Now the first ad. This is good writing. The first line does not say the same thing. After intense legal battle, Tesla CEO and Neuralink co-founder Elon Musk deal to buy Twitter is finally going through, and Musk tweeted a statement to Twitter advertisers Thursday morning to share why he's decided to buy Twitter and his ideas for the future. Musk now has the opportunity to make Twitter a truly digital town square, enabling free speech for everyone, particularly for those targeted by government, media, and other institutions for not going along with whatever the latest narrative happens to be in a millisecond. Oh my God. Now, I'm going to be skeptical, but I like how it's sounding so far. And also, he's tweeted out something about it's not going to be a free-for-all and all this, whatever. They still have some moderation, but they're not going to be dicks about everything. That's paraphrasing.
At least that's our hopes, right?
That's our hopes. All right, let me bring in Richo. I don't know which one. I'll try this one and see if Richo's here. Richo, are you there?
I'm here. Is this one working?
Yes, I'm going to close the other one. Yeah, I'm going to close the other one.
What's going on? I didn't press it. Oh my gosh! I think. Hey, Peter. I think my computer's fucking. I might have to restart and come back. Is that okay?
No, you sound fine. What's up?
Okay. It sounds like I can hear myself reboarding. Damn. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I didn't do that. I just pressed it once, and yeah, whatever's going on is going on. They're after me.
Nice
hey,
to have
Jay.
you back, man. What's up? What's your take? What's your take on this Twitter thing, man?
Well, as I said before, Twitter doesn't allow me to play, so I don't really care about Twitter, to be honest.
But wait, Richo.
Well,
have you been paying attention to the news?
Yeah, but would you like my opinion on Twitter, though, to be honest?
Well,
Elon Musk is not your savior of Twitter, mate. Elon Musk he works for them, if you know what I mean. He's just a little yeah.
But he doesn't hang out with all the.
Didn't he call one of his children XXZ blah fucking blah whatever the fuck it was?
Yeah, it's a stupid fucking name. I got you.
Yeah. No. This guy is a humanist. And when I say about humanist, he wants to inject shit into people's bodies to make you fucking cyborg, to make you a better human. Don't trust Elon Musk, mate. Trust me. Do not
Richard,
trust
what was the first thing I said today? Oh, you were here too. What was the first thing I said about this though?
I don't know, man. My computer's been messing up. But
okay. Well, I don't have 100% confidence in Elon Musk necessarily. But at least he seems to have the right idea.
Yeah, that's what they want you to. That's what they want you to think, though, Peter. Peter, well, you've been around for long enough now, man. Come on, man. You can't trust these people.
I've been around longer than almost everybody here.
I just turned 41 the other day. You're a bit old. I'm not calling you old, but you're a bit older than me. You can't trust these wankers, man.
You can call me old. By the way, I am carrying the slut cup.
You're not
today.
old, mate. You're not fucking old. My dad's old. You're not old. Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. But here's the thing. Because you who has been unceremoniously removed from Twitter more than once.
3 times, and they want IP address on it.
They did. Well, now what the thing I heard, and now I haven't read everything but I've heard that perhaps people who have been permabanned may have the opportunity to return. What do you think of that?
If I'm a good citizen, they'll let me back. Is that what they're saying?
It's possible.
Oh, by the way, P-Dog, did you get my message before? I sent you a message on your community thing. For some reason, I'm looking at your page today, and half your video. I don't know. It's just my internet because my internet is playing up. But because I'm not in my home. I'm not living in my home today. I'm away on a trip. But it says that it goes 1 week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 6 months, 8 months. Have you checked that or not?
Well, I'm going to check right now.
Yeah, that's what mine's saying right now. But I am away, so maybe it's because I'm away from my house and I'm in a different state.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. With you're talking about my community tab.
No. I sent you a message in community. Now go to your videos. Are your videos there? Because mine's saying they're not there. Half your videos aren't there anymore. That's what mine's saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what mine. But I am in a different state though, because it could just be because I'm in a different state because it fucks around with the internet sometimes.
Oh no! Now here's a possibility. Are there things that get censored in Australia?
No, man. Trust me. No. You guys have this weird obsession with Australia getting obsessed with what it's
I'm not obsessed with it. I'm just curious because there are
obsessed that won't. No, well, they were all there before today, and they're not there now.
Well, I'm looking.
I checked the other couple of people. This is what I mean. I checked other couple of people as well, and theirs says they're there. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm looking at my. You're talking about my video list?
No. Yeah. Just go to your normal videos. Look up your name, and you go type in videos. Yours says 2 weeks. Sorry, 1 week, 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, and then 6 weeks.
No, I've got a succession. There's only like the videos that they've been.
Okay, then. No worries. So, yep, that's cool. Something to do with my end. Then I'm not being rude, but something to do with my end.
All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
I haven't even started yet, bro. If you let me go. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, I'll bring you. I'm also going to bring Cool Frog in because he's waiting in the back here too. So let me say hi to bring in our friend Cool Frog.
Hello. How are you doing?
What's up, man? I know
Morning, Cool Frog.
As well as I possibly can. It's a little early for me. I'm not used to being up this early.
Yeah, you're usually up late at night doing shit. And you got
Alex Strange as well. He turned the frogs gay and into morning haters, did he? Yeah, okay.
Nah. Nobody's gay around here.
Right. Let me go back to Richo real quick. Let me go back to Richo because I want to find out what it was you hadn't gotten started on. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, yeah. This whole weather, right? Now, I've heard that it's been a really hot summer in America, right?
Not where I live, but I mean, it's been.
Well, now we are having the wettest cold. We are having the wettest, coldest winter. Sorry, wettest, coldest start to spring and summer I can ever imagine. Like we haven't even over 30 degrees yet. It just constantly rains, and it's roughly 18 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know what that is. I'm going to say, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to say 55 degrees. I have no idea what that is, but it's just not hitting. And day after day, we get to 20 degrees, back to 15, 20 degrees, back to 15. I swear to God, someone is messing with the weather. And people go, that's conspiracy. No, it's not really. The Americans perfected it in Vietnam. They actually did cloud seeding to stop the Ho Chi Minh Trail. You know what I mean?
Richo.
So they have the technology to do it. And I'm thinking, why would they do it to Australia? Because we are one of the world's biggest bread baskets. You know what I mean? Like meat and things like that.
Richo.
What's the matter?
What does it have to do with Twitter?
Right?
This is Twitter Day.
Oh no! I told you before I didn't care about Twitter. And I said I got something else to. And then you said I want to hear what Richard has to say. Oh, my bad, man. That's my bad.
That's okay.
It's totally my fault. My fault.
No, that's okay. No, I'm in the only thing that's happened that's unusual here is we've had an unusually little amount of rain. So a lot of our lakes and rivers in this place that's all lakes and rivers, all of them are kind of low. But
so you guys having droughts. So you guys having droughts in America where we're used to having droughts, and now it's switched. Now we're getting all the rain. You guys aren't getting any rain. Oh, sorry, you guys are getting your normal rain, but not getting. Maybe
the poles are shifting.
Oh, that's a bit of conspiracy talk there, mate. I don't go to that talk.
All right. Anything else, Richo? Richard, you got anything else, man?
What, you gonna kick me?
Yeah.
Just kick me. Just kick me, man. Just kick me.
But I want to say goodbye first.
Love you too, P-Dog.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later, man. I'll have an open mic where we just talk about anything. This is definitely an Elon Musk Twitter open mic, though. We're talking about.
Oh Twitter. but you guys. Okay, I'll say one thing. Trust Elon Musk on your own risk. If you trust Elon Musk, I'm sorry, you're a fucking moron. Not everyone. Just that's all I'll say. And you'll come back to me eventually in 2 years and go, oh shit, he was right.
You know what? I am leery. I will be leery of Elon Musk. How's that sound?
Yeah. That sounds good, man. Anyway, take care, bro. I'm sorry to waste your time. Take care.
All right, brother. Richard, not wasting my time. You and I have been going at this for years, and I love you, brother, and I hope you have a great day or good morning, because you're like it's like what 3 a.m. there. I
just traveled to Melbourne to watch a World Cup cricket game, and it got washed out. No, because you can't play cricket in the rain. So there's 50,000 at the stadium. We went to the pubs and got pissed after. If you know what I mean.
I can't imagine you drinking anything that contains alcohol, Richo.
Hey, I don't mind orange juice, and I don't like vodka, so it doesn't have vodka in it. So there's one thing I can drink without alcohol.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, man. I'm going to let you go.
Take care, motherfucker.
All right, brother.
Later, Richo.
All right, Cool Frog. What's up, man?
Not much.
Good morning, Cool Frog.
Good morning to you. I was assuming that we were talking about being.
Oh no,
I'm all good. You can talk about whatever you'd like. We can talk Elon Musk.
Well, I did talk to you. I know because my original message to you was we were going to talk about YouTube today, but then the Twitter happenings. What's your experience on Twitter as far as have you ever been have you ever had a suspension?
Oh yeah, several times. Just like YouTube. You really have to watch what you say, what you talk about, what you actually do. As far as Twitter goes, I noticed like the Hodge twins actually pushed that line, and like every 10 minutes they had put something new out about all these things that you can't speak of on YouTube.
Right.
Being the guy that actually just got banned from YouTube like permanently, I haven't actually put in my claim yet. Censoring your speech to actually hold a show is a pain in the ass.
Oh, I know. But you've got now. I've got you on Rumble though too,
and that's exactly. I'm watching over on Rumble because I can't even watch. I can watch you on YouTube or like anybody else, but I can't see. I can't see chat. I can't see anything to do with anything like that. It's all blocked.
Oh,
like,
I didn't know
all 6 of my accounts are all trashed. They're all gone. Like everything that I can do on YouTube is done. I can't do crap until I go and I put that put a claim out for it or whatever to try getting it back. I do have another like 10 days or something like that before that actually allows me to do that.
Okay.
But I'd actually been, because you're talking Twitter, have been actually censored off of Twitter several times for saying anything that's remotely hazardous to your channel. You know, so it's like I said, I was watching Twitter yesterday, and I seen the Hodge twins going off. It was so funny to watch them all say things that you can't say on YouTube. I can't even tell you what they were saying.
Are you talking about on? You saw them on Rumble, or you saw them on?
No. They're on Twitter. They're
on Twitter. Okay.
Releasing information
right.
that you can't release on YouTube.
Yeah,
so I can't even tell you what they were saying because you're over on YouTube. I'll tell you right now, get off of YouTube.
Jay,
I know you got stuff that's going on over there. Tell your crowds, tell your audience to move themselves. Get themselves over on Rumble. Why? It's liberating. You can actually say anything.
No, almost anything. Jay, what did you just say? I missed what you said.
When I say anything.
Wait, hang on, Cool Frog. Hang on a second, Cool Frog. Hang on. Jay, what did you say?
Oh, I was repeating what Cool Frog was stating was that over there on Twitter, when the Hodge twins started tweeting these things out, I saw Hotep Jesus mentioning it earlier, and we could see a long line of people over there on Twitter that are trying to test the system as Elon Musk comes in, and so they're putting in different words and different phrases that would typically get you banned or deplatformed for saying, and so they're trying to test the waters.
Okay,
definitely testing those waters.
Well, I know that. For example, there's a few people upset about this, and one in particular that who has been very prominently featured has been everybody's good friend Taylor Renz. And gotta tell you, she's just losing her mind. As soon as I can get this thing to work here. One of her things that she said was, it's like the gates of hell open up on Twitter tonight. In fact, I just have let's see, the quartering just put out the tweet here. I'll show you the tweet just a second here. So I'm gonna get that up. Taylor Renz, it's like the gates of hell opened on this site tonight. And apparently she's claimed that she's been getting threats in her DMs, which I'm curious why her DMs are open anyway, being who she is. But also, but she said she's getting threats, but she hasn't posted any of them. What do you think of that? Cool.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, this is the left. They're going to continue to, be like, oh my God, look what they did. They're threatening our livelihood. They took away our platform and they made it all free speech. We should always be concerned of what platform we're on and censoring ourselves to make ourselves be able to do what we want. Like I said, it's so liberating not to be on YouTube. It's great. So many things that you can say that you just can't say anywhere else. They don't care. When I said they don't care, if you actually go watch like Nick Rekieta in the last few days or whatever, few weeks since he's been just over, you'd be surprised what that guy has actually opened up to be. He's no longer being self-censored. That self-censor is a pain in the ass.
Speaking of which, if you are following me on YouTube, I would also suggest you go follow me on Rumble. If you're following me on Rumble, I suggest you go follow me on YouTube. It's always a good idea to and also Odyssey. I'm Dawg Knight on all three of them. Follow me on those channels if you want backups of my videos or streams. They'll be on, in fact, even the ones that have been yeeted from YouTube, because I've all of a sudden, ever since I had that little 7-day thing, YouTube seems to be scouring my entire 1,000 plus videos and streams, and they've been pulling a lot of them out. Now, fortunately, they haven't given me additional strikes for it, because some of them are like 2 years old, and they have another line in there that I've never seen before till recently, where they're saying, well, you may not have known that this was against the rules. Here's why they put that in there, because when I made those videos, whatever they're telling me is against the rules now was not against the rules then. So clearly they've changed how they do it, because originally when they changed rules, it doesn't matter how old the video was, they would give you a strike for it. And a lot of people lost their channels for that. So that's just a little caveat. But anyway, here's another thing. Libs of TikTok featuring Taylor Lorenz, who said, cry more, Tay-Tay, when she said it's like the gates of hell open. Then she said, she says, I'm getting more that forcible sex thing threats in the DMs than normal, but can't log off and miss the chaos. So she, she's getting threats, but she's not going to log off. She's going to see it, but she didn't post any proof of it. And so that's what Libs of TikTok here said. Need proof? Why don't you post screenshots of these DMs, Taylor Lorenz? Well, and I laughed because there was another account that was saying, she's getting all these threats, and they posted one example that wasn't a threat. It was something like, no one would ever forcibly have sex with you, you pig. That was the worst thing that she could come up with. So anyway, I'm going to bring in, but by the way, don't threaten people on Twitter or YouTube or in
or
chat
anywhere else.
Anywhere. That's stupid shit to do. All right, real quick, I'm gonna bring in Cannon too, because Cannon's on and he's working today, and I want to make sure he gets in here because he may have to leave soon. Cannon Hotep, what's up?
What's up,
Good
everybody?
morning.
What's going on? What's going on?
Good morning, Ken and Hotep.
What's up, Cannon?
Nothing much. Coming fresh off of a scare that me and Jay had last night. We thought Rumble got us out of there.
Yeah, we were on Rumble last night streaming.
By the way, James Colley, I see you. I'll get you in here soon too. What do you mean you had a scare last night?
So last night we got real spicy on Rumble, and we got into the thick of that day that shall not be mentioned about, that day that happened on the 6th, we'll say.
Oh, really?
And we were going at it, and next thing you know, it said the stream was ended, channels was missing. Like, we were like, what is going on? But we were still live the whole time. Yeah, but it ended up being a back end issue. I think Rumble had a back end issue. Everybody's over there streaming. I think Ricada was streaming. I want to say Legal Mind. A lot of people were streaming over there. So I think that they gotta update their servers and their back end to handle that load they're about to get.
That's the second night in a row that happened.
Yeah, because it happened it happened to me like two nights ago, but it wasn't like that. It was like it said stream ended, and then maybe 3 seconds later, my viewer count came back up and showed that I was still live. But last night it was like channels was missing. We was like, they got me. Like, and it was right when I was ranting about we can say whatever we want over here. I can say this, I can say that.
He was on that vacation, and I was like, okay. And next thing you know, we went bloop.
I was like, they got
I thought
me.
Thanos blipped us out the game. We got EMP'd.
Bro, it was crazy, but it turned out I think it's their back end issue. Their back end, they gotta get ready for this traffic they about to get. I don't think they could have expected the amount of traffic they're gonna get.
That's definitely it. Like, for example, even just for Kate alone, he had a ton of people watching that verdict for
for the crazy dude, Daryl Brooks.
I mean, I know that he was averaging about 20,000 per stream, and I think he had about 100,000 watching during the verdict.
Is that audience real over there at Rumble? Because our numbers have been skyrocketing every time we go over.
I know, right?
Like, the numbers have been crazy.
Really?
I think we had 70 people. We had 70 people in our Rumble chat last night.
Did you have like 150 a few days ago or something like that? It was some crazy number.
Yeah,
in there, right?
almost 150 people one night. I was like, wow, I'm getting more love over here on Rumble than I am on YouTube.
Well, here's the thing with Rumble that I've noticed already, and I don't have many people follow me over there. I might have 50 people follow me there right now. And by the way, do subscribe to my Rumble channel. The one difference that I've noticed immediately is that when you start up something on Rumble, that notification is bam.
Instant.
It's in the email and you're getting it. And I mean, I was like, I get these emails from different people going live on there, and I'm like, they're like all the time. And so fortunately I have on a sub backup email. And but yeah, their notifications go out to me. Unlike YouTube, like you start a stream, it may take a half hour to 45 minutes for a what do you call it? A
notification
notification come out. So that is a big thing. In fact, here someone said, "Here's my Rumble channel." Here's where the stream is on Rumble. By the way, I don't know if I should post that on YouTube, but I'm going to anyway. If you wanna subscribe to me on Rumble, but so that's the thing that's different. So if you guys are successful in getting people to come over there and subscribe to you they're going to get that notification before they get the YouTube notification. So it's that's good.
One thing that I think we all need to start doing to help each other is what we did last night, right? Is what Twitch does, and what I found out about from the Watcher is raid other YouTubers that we like stream. So right after Hotep's told you, HJ was like, "Oh man, there we go. Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Sorry. So what HJ did, right? HJ was like, everybody head over to Cannon's channel. He going live right now. Let's go, everybody over there. And next thing you know, I look at I'm about to go live. I got 80 people instantly already in my stream. Because YouTube, like you said, YouTube not gonna let them know that I'm going live. So if we start after the stream is over, like, oh, Dawg Knight is live, y'all. Head over there, Dawg Knight, get in his comments, tell him Cannon Hotep sent you, blah, 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 blah. That'll help with our numbers as well. But like going back to the Twitter thing, man, I wonder if Elon Musk had his earbuds in his head, had another one bites the dust in the background and just double gun pointing at people like, you're out of here, and another one gone, and another one gone. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall there to see what happens that day. Because I know it was a lot of people that was ready to cry.
That's funny. Real quick, I have
that was ready to cry.
Oh, definitely. Real quick, just got another enhanced chat from via Streamlabs. By the way, a reminder, if you go to pdognight.live, that's where my Streamlabs link is, or you can do YouTube super chats or Rumble rants. If you do Rumble rant, I still haven't figured out how to use that shit, but I'll figure it out eventually. Thank you, Ty Alexander, with another sponsor of a small bullet in the tip jar. Says centuries before Elon took over Twitter, we are the guardians of truth and protectors of the narrative. We watch the Watchmen. After Elon is a monster and took our jobs away. Now who will watch the Watchmen? Who, I say? Me? Just more salt for the salt god. Thank you, Ty Alexander. Appreciate it. So Cool Frog, real quick. So when you now Cool Frog, by the way, this is Cannon over here, and to your I don't know where it's up on your screen, probably to your left. Anyway, hey, so about your YouTube, Yeet, I'm gonna bring James in too, but so James, let's say hi to James Colley. Hi, James Colley.
Good morning, one and all.
Morning. All right, real quick, Cool Frog, on your YouTube banning, like that was like a third strike. They took you out. Do you have any idea what it was? Because that's one of those crazy things about
it. Could be multiple different things, and I've actually thought about that over and over again. Because basically, what I was doing at the very end, because I had already had 2 strikes, is I'd go live for about a half hour on YouTube, and shut off the YouTube and just do Rumble.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a clause in there that says that you're not supposed to be able to do that as well. So that could potentially be part of it. As well as multiple other reasons on to that level of yeeting me. Now I picked up all three of these within 2 weeks.
Really?
I had wore one out. It was gone. I'd gone through the whole 90-day process. And boom, they hit me. I'm like, oh, what the hell? And it was something stupid. Because I was airing Australian football for whatever reason. I wasn't paying attention. And I was just doing whatever, and they yeeted the whole show. They just took it away from me. Didn't allow me to edit it out or anything. So I'm like, okay.
Was that
fine?
Was that a strike or was that?
It was a straight up strike.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, it was a straight up strike.
So, but it was a copyright strike, not a community guideline strike, right?
No, it was community guidelines.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, do not air any sports related anything. Don't watch anything on your YouTube channel. You start watching sports with it, they don't like it.
Oh, like you were actually watching. It wasn't like in the back.
We were actually watching Australian football.
Because on my Saturday, my trail stop streams, I've had NFL games playing in the background, and I did get a stream taken down because there was a rerun of Undercover Boss. And so they took it down, but it wasn't a strike. They just took it down and said, you can't do that. And then I appealed it, and Undercover Boss said, oh, this was incidental shit in the background. But you were actually watching something on YouTube.
I was actually broadcasting it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're a little sensitive about that unless you're doing some major commentary. But and then your other strikes were they were also
the second one, when that one came through, that was like a week later. That one was kind of, I really don't exactly remember I think it was just like they didn't like a clip or something that I had played. It disallowed me to actually edit anything and just took the show from me. I'm like, well, wait a minute here. Quit taking this stuff from me. Let me edit my stuff out. And that way I can actually continue to, give my audience something to watch. Because I'm usually a replay channel because I run right along the same time that Ricada runs. So sudden this last one did not give me a reason, did not point out what it was, took the channel from me, just ripped it right away from me, took everything that I had, all 200 plus episodes that were there, just trashed, gone. Well, here's lucky for me is I know how to use StreamYard, so everything that I had done, I had downloaded through StreamYard. So I have raw copies of everything that I've ever done.
Right.
Lucky for me, I actually had my stuff tied to Rumble already, so everything was already being pushed over. So every single thing that was there got pushed over, and my audience love them so much. Majority of them actually followed me from the YouTube side to the Rumble side. I went from less than 100 to over 400 subs within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So one thing that we can all agree on on this YouTube thing is one of the, I think, the biggest flaws in their strike system in particular, because with copyright, they will give you the timestamp of what the copyright violation was, and then they'll tell you, who the contacts are and whatever. With the strike, the community guideline strikes, they just say, here's the rule you broke, here's the stream, and you figure it out. Now, my streams are 90 minutes. Some people stream 2-3 hours at a time, and they don't give you a timestamp of what the violation was. They'll say, oh, this was harmful conduct, or you were, or violence or whatever. And you're supposed to go through a 90-minute or 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes some people have 6-7 hour streams. They're supposed to go through that entire stream, and there's 30 seconds that you came afoul of the law. So, and then they don't allow you to contact the people who are, they don't let you contact the people, which is, you can't use the community tab. You can't use anything, unless you have them, all your followers following you on Twitter or have the email list or some shit. So they don't do that. Real quick.
I'm pretty sure YouTube actually went to the level of actually removed me to the point of they actually took an IP address thing, and they took all. I had like five other accounts that I temporarily used for other things. They took all of it.
Were they all in the same email? Like you have one on one? Because I have
no.
They went by your IP address.
They went by the IP address. They actually took. They took like there were 5 of them. One under my actual name, and they took that one as well. They just no tie to them. There was no phone number that was shared. There was no email that was shared. They just took it from me.
So if you had a family that had a channel, they took your family's channel too.
Correct. This will be a good plug for ExpressVPN, everybody. Get yourself a VPN to spoof your IP address. Holy shit, I didn't know they could do that. That's crazy.
Wow. Oh yeah, I'm to the point where like I can't do anything on YouTube but watch video. So all comments get yeeted. I don't get to see chat. I don't get to see any of that. It's all gone.
Real quick. Good morning, Bubba and James Colley. I'm sorry that I didn't get you in there. I see you said your internet's not working. I hope that if it come back on if you get it figured out. All right, real quick. Thank you. By the way, thank you, Cool Frog. for the Rumble rant. Says Rumble rants are awesome. Yeah, over at Rumble, they do have a little, you can do a similar to a super chat. They call them Rumble rants. There's a little, if you're on desktop, there's a little money bag next to the chat. They don't have that available on mobile or the Roku version, but they're working on that. Real quick, I want to go back in a couple more headlines about Twitter, though. Let's go back to the topic of Twitter. Here's another one. This is from Political Insider. Now, I'm not sure if this is related to Business Insider. I'm pretty sure it is, which is basically kind of a leftist business magazine. Elon Musk immediately fires CEO, CFO behind Trump's permanent ban on his first day. I feel, wait, sorry. I guess people are excited about that. Elon Musk formally took control of Twitter Thursday and immediately began throwing out the trash. Okay, this is not Business Insider, because Business Insider is mourning over this. Immediately throwing out the trash, including financial loss of Ned Stagel, the man behind former President Donald Trump's permanent ban. The bird is freed. The Tesla CEO announced late Thursday night among top brass that go within hours of him finalizing the $44 billion acquisition with Siegel, Parag Agrawal, Twitter CEO, and the top lawyer of the firm, the JJ Getsum. I don't think I pronounced your name right. Anyway,
Vijaya.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in mourning. Is anyone else in mourning? By the way, good morning, Black Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
And I think I saw Nomad here. And Bubba, what's up? Nice to see you here. And all the people that I tweeted hi to, or chatted hi to, because I'm still figuring out. I was talking. Anyway, he accused those people of misleading him regarding the platform's fake user account. They did. They lied. Only 5%. No need to shed too many tears, however. Agrawal is reportedly walking away with $42 million. Siegel with $25.4 million. With $12.5 million. So they got some nice golden parachutes over there.
How are they going to feed their families at Christmas time? He did this cold-heartedly right before the holidays. And they're only going to get tens of millions of dollars. That's not going to be enough to get those golden diamond Christmas trees that they're used to. So I don't blame them for crying about this. It's pretty terrible.
Jay, you are so insensitive. You are so insensitive. Now, and then Newsweek. Now, Newsweek had like kind of a dueling banjos kind of set of headlines. So this one first. Trump's Twitter return could confirm Truth Social is a humiliating failure.
What?
But they also have a headline that says Trump indicates he won't rejoin Twitter, says Truth Social works better. Okay, well, there you go. So I don't know what's up with Newsweek with the battling headlines. I mean, it just sounds kind of stupid.
How dare you?
Anyway, and then in Intelligencer. Now, Intelligencer is kind of part of New York Magazine. But this is an interesting headline, and I want to try to get into just the beginning of this one to give an idea because I have no idea what this means. Musk owns Twitter, so who's coping now? That's it. Anyone find that a weird headline? Oh, there's
That's
James Colley. James, you made it back. James,
I think I'm here.
Oh, you were muted. That's
James.
you were here.
What's
up? What's your take on this Twitter thing?
Well, as far as that, I just caught up with y'all. Where last heard of be at YouTube was True Social doesn't work on the New York or in Newsweek, but Trump says it works great.
Well, here's the thing. So here it is. Let's see. Well, they have one headline: Trump's Twitter return would confirm Truth Social is a humiliating failure. And then the very next headline, and when I was looking these up, I was like looking for headlines in DuckDuckGo. The next one that came up was Trump indicates he won't rejoin Twitter, says Truth Social works better. Well, of course it works better for him. He owns the damn thing. Right. But anyway, okay. Before I let James. Okay, I'm going to ask you first.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that Trump will stay away from Twitter?
I don't think he'll come back to Twitter. Not unless he's going to run for office.
Okay. And do you think he needs? Well, I'll preface. I don't want to give you away my answer here. Kanahotep, will Trump return to Twitter?
I think he will. I think he will because.
Go ahead.
No, I think he will simply because why not? You know, even though True Search works good for him, and I guess at one point it was the most downloaded app on iTunes or on the App Store.
Mm-hmm.
You still got majority of your voter base still on Twitter. A lot of people haven't moved over to True Social yet, so I think he's going to realize he's going to need both.
Okay, cool frog. Trump, Twitter.
I think he will. I don't think he has a choice but to come back, because why wouldn't he run for president in 2024?
Okay.
He's for as much as he's been rallying for the last 2 years for almost everybody else, there's nothing that would stop him from actually running for 2024. Who the running mate is going to be the interesting one. But him not running would be silly. Why would he be rallying for the last 2 years for everybody else to not come back himself?
But I mean, no. But I mean, when he come back on Twitter, though.
Yeah, he won't have a choice. Because he will run for 2024 president. He will need to come back on Twitter at some rate. He will still use his True Social as his main platform, but he will actually use the Twitter to poke the left.
Okay.
He has to.
And Jay.
I'm with Cannon on this one, and I agree 100%. You know, I think that I think he comes back, and I think he comes back either this year or very, very soon in the near future. I think he's going to need to sew up as many platforms as he can get in on, just to get the message across so that it's heard, and it reverberates. Just like we've seen with Ye, in the way that when Ye says something, it reverberates across the entire zeitgeist, right? So I think we're going to see the same thing with good old Trump. And he's going to get back on different social platforms, and he's going to really try to solidify this message. And to the question of who he picks as his running mate, I'm going with Tulsi. I think he picks Tulsi Gabbard.
Okay, now, are any of you, am I the only one? Well, maybe James might know who this is. Anyone else besides me know who James McLaughlin was?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, he was the guy who ran the fire line, the guy with the blondish guy with the glass, and he'd tell everyone they're wrong. He got it wrong. It was, anyways.
James McLaughlin, of course, the McLaughlin Report.
The McLaughlin Group.
What's your say?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that you're all wrong. He will not come back on Twitter. He will use his True Social because everyone posts his shit on Twitter anyway. He doesn't need it. His running mate will be very prominent on Twitter. So there we go. All right, next topic. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is here's the first line of this Intelligencer article, though, of who's coping now. And I'm like, wait a minute, New York Magazine, they're pretty leftish, right? So anyway, a pet theory at the core of every successful social network is a glowing nugget of shame, a little radioactive power source mined from the depths of human weakness. Nobody particularly likes to talk about it, but it quietly helps keep the whole thing going. Instagram, for example, is a place to share and keep up with friends and look at hoes. It also a place to compare yourself ruthlessly and fruitlessly to others. A machine for reproducing status anxiety. It certainly makes you feel something, and that something doesn't always feel good. I don't know where this is going. There's a misunderstanding among people who don't use Twitter much. I think that it is a fundamentally combative space where people fight, hash things out, win or lose, and then carry on. As someone who's been posting my little articles on the site for more than a decade, attempting to engage in various discourses for fun and profit, and occasionally getting yelled at by large groups of people, please trust me when I tell you, Twitter isn't a deliberative tool at all. It hasn't been for years. The standard modes of conversation and conflict on Twitter aren't direct engagement, but rather take the forms of broadcast, promotion, dogpiling, mutual surveillance, and eavesdropping. It's a place that is able to create the sense of having enemies and of being someone's enemy without the need for any sort of actual interaction, which can obviously be personally unhealthy and collectively corrosive, in the words of a certain former president who benefited enormously from such dynamics, though I still keep drinking that garbage. Okay.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's any social media out there.
I was going to say
That's
that exactly.
Facebook, Instagram, anything out there. Snapchat.
Kind of. Now,
But if, as far as the self-surveilling others and all that,
sure.
hell, you can look up your Uber driver's Facebook page.
True.
I mean, come on. This is the way it is.
You know, it's interesting though. Like,
For them to be
but when I, for example, like my Instagram, okay, my Instagram is basically all my high school friends from back in the day, and I have a couple college friends on there, but I mostly follow my high school friends, find out what's going on. Same with Facebook, is kind of just friends from college, high school, people that I don't use it the same way I use Twitter. And I think there's a lot of people, especially if you have any sense of conservative bent, you don't use Facebook to get your, to basically all over everybody, right?
No, you don't, because otherwise you lose people like moms and dads and brothers and cousins to politics. They don't. Well, a lot of them don't like that kind of stuff, and you lose a lot of friends.
Exactly. That's why. And I just like, I don't bring it into that personal realm, where on Twitter I can get it all out. I can fuck with people. If I want to, I can follow the news where I want to, and not have anyone bother me. And if I argue with people, it's usually someone I don't know or know on a very tangential basis. But there are people on Twitter that are constantly putting their stuff out there, and I just kind of ignore them. Like my mother is one of them. She is just, because my mother is like, my mother's Save the Whales, January 6th is the worst thing on the earth, whatever, leftist, right? And I love her, but I don't argue with her there, because I make her cry when I do. But anyway, it's just like, I don't use, you kind of compartmentalize your different social media for different things, but Twitter is that place where I'm not there to see my friends. I don't care if you're my friend. I make friends there. I've met many of you I've met there, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? So
Twitter is there for fighting. And as we all know, Saturday night's all right for fighting.
Every night's Saturday night on Twitter, right?
Exactly.
Saturday night on Twitter.
I mean, I love Twitter, and I'm like most of y'all, I've never had a Twitter ban yet.
I haven't either, which is in some ways shocking. I've never had a timeout on Twitter, which is good.
You can get a timeout just for removing too many people at one time,
which is weird,
Really?
right?
I'm almost ready to go over there and say some really absurd things just to see what happens.
Oh,
well, a lot of people out there
it's been done.
A lot of people testing the waters right now.
The Hodge twins, the primary ones that are over there doing the most right now.
They're so funny.
I didn't even know they were on Twitter. I love the
They're
Hodge
turning up on a Friday.
Yeah. But I got to roll. I gotta get on this job site real quick. I appreciate you letting me come through and chop up with you guys.
Salute, Cannon.
All right, Cannon. Appreciate you being here.
Make sure y'all follow Cannon Hotep. Make sure you follow Cannon Hotep over there on Rumble and also on his YouTube. Appreciate.
And on Twitter, all Cannon Hotep, spelled the way it's spelled. Cannon, like you're shooting a cannon, because he's Gary's cannons. Real quick, thank you, Black Keeper Israelite, for sponsoring the show. I appreciate you. Who says, after watching the video of the day in the life of a Twitter employee where they had yoga, game rooms with finest dining in their cafeteria and with wine on tap, the only thing she didn't do was actually work. It seems like a bunch of white liberal Karens. Yes, absolutely. Have you all seen that video?
Yeah, great video.
I gotta see if I can find that real quick.
It reminded me a few years back. Dilbert did a cartoon and also a strip about what was called the Utopian Company, and it looked very much like what that Twitter office was, where it was all yoga mats and you sit on the big bouncy balls, and it's like an adult daycare basically, but it's supposed to be a workplace, but it doesn't look like anyone's getting any work done over there.
It sure did. And let me see if I can find that. Day in the life of Twitter. Let me see if I can find that.
They're busy they have their own in office Starbucks basically going on, and wine is pouring out of the water cooler.
Really?
Oh yeah, let me show you. I'm gonna show you this video here. I'm just popping it up. Okay, here's this came from Live to TikTok. Hang on, let me put this on the screen. I'll go full screen with this so you can see it. There we go. All right, here it is. Here is day in the life of a Twitter employee. This is this is sad.
Welcome to a day in my life as a Twitter employee. So this past week went to SF for the first time at a Twitter office, badged in. Honestly,
Now
took a
look,
moment.
first of all, she's walking to the office here. Does that look like a place where people work?
No.
Not at all.
Ferns everywhere, but nice couch. What is that? A projector TV with kitty cats on it? Goodness.
It's like 5 big screens melded into one.
Working at Twitter, do you have to sound like Kim Kardashian when you walk in to go get your Hermosa or whatever? I mean, that's what she's going with. So I don't know if that was a requirement.
I don't know. All right, let's keep going here.
Just soak everything in.
Wait, Perch is back. Right on track. I don't know what that means.
Blessing. Also started my morning off with an iced matcha from the Perch. Then I had a meeting.
Oh, the Perch is it's their like diner, coffee shop or whatever. So that's because I saw a picture of a meeting in the Perch.
With an iced matcha from the Perch. Then I had a meeting, so quickly scheduled one of these little pod rooms, which were so cool. They're literally noise canceling. Took my meeting, got ready for lunch. Look how delicious this food.
Now that looks fire. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't it?
I could do without the cilantro.
Is that no? That's not
5-star cuisine.
Those are scallions, but still, that looks fun. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm hungry now.
I was so overwhelmed. Then made my way down to this log cabin area. I don't know what this is, but it was really cool. Played some foosball with my friends to kind of unwind a bit. Also found this really cool meditation room that I thought was super neat.
Yoga mats, meditation room.
This yoga room if you were a yogi, so also thought that was really cool. Had a couple more meetings in the afternoon, had a ton of projects.
Looked like a really important meeting, didn't it?
To my teammates. Went to the library to kind of get some more work done. Obviously had to have our afternoon coffee, so made some espresso. And then before leaving for the day, had some red wine that's on tap. Went up to the rooftop and just honestly enjoyed the beautiful weather. So awesome trip. Welcome.
Notice what she didn't say. What didn't she say? Other than a couple
any work whatsoever.
She had a couple meetings, and that was it.
3 meetings, and in there, she needed to unwind.
Yeah. She had a lot of unwinding to do. The entire day of unwinding.
Now here's somebody I think who has. Wait a minute. This might be a spoof on this. This guy's doing a day in the life of a Twitter exec. Let's see what this one is. Let's see this. Day in the life of a Twitter exec.
Hey, I'm a Twitter executive living in San Francisco, and here's the day of my life. So I start work early at around 9 a.m.
Hey, you're fired. Now? Yeah. You can't get a box and get your stuff out now. Okay.
Hey,
Nice.
Oh my God, that was funny. I it's almost time just for Twitter memes. You know what I mean?
Well,
God,
I'm all for.
that was good. I have to admit. Anyway, all right, talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna find some more. Oh, Taylor Lorenz. Oh no, we talked about Taylor Lorenz already. I want to see what else though. If there's anything trending right now. Oh, I got headlines. I still got one more headline, I think. Oh no, I went through all the headlines that I pulled up already. All right.
All I'm going to say is, this a custodian working in colleges? If there's one place where we need a machine that has wine on tap or tequila maker or whatever, it's in academia.
For the custodians.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I mean, because the staff. I mean, any instructor, professor, administration, they've got their own underneath their desk.
Oh, okay.
I learned that working in the community college.
Okay. So another thing that's trending is Jack Dorsey is trending, which is interesting. And someone's saying, let's see, the real winner in the great Twitter war, Jack Dorsey, currently tripping balls in a Himalayan yurt or whatever resort. But a lot of these people are not taking this well. So, for example, here's Robert Reich. You know who Robert Reich is, right? Robert Reich. When multi-billionaires take control of our most vital platforms for communication, it's not a win for free speech. It's a win for oligarchy. Well, so someone points out quite quickly here. Well, let's see. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, John Henry, the Boston Globe, Sheldon Adelson, the Las Vegas Journal, Laureen Powell Jacobs owns the Atlantic, Patrick Soon-Shiong, the Los Angeles Times, and Mark Benoyev or something like that owns Sky Magazine. $6 billion. He's worth $6 billion. This one's worth $7.2 billion. This one $20.3 billion. Sheldon Adelson $35.4 billion. John Henry $2.6 billion, and Jeff Bezos a cool $156 billion with a B dollars. So it's like these motherfuckers all in the media, and you're complaining about Elon Musk doing Twitter. You weren't complaining before. Oh, wait. I just thought of something. What do all these publications have in common?
They all sound bored off each other.
Washington Post, Boston Globe, Las Vegas Review Journal, Atlantic, Los Angeles Times, and Time. They all have left-leaning editorial spaces. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, all right. Let's see. There's got to be something else good. What do you guys think as far as business wise, what do you think is going to happen with Twitter? Because a lot of them are like Elon Musk made a special tweet just to the advertisers on Twitter, talking about how he's trying to open up space for debate, allowing people to talk, but also trying to make this a good business decision. Is there anything that he can do business wise that you think would be beneficial to Twitter?
Nah.
I'm going with, I think that it might be a move similar to what we're seeing with Facebook, maybe Amazon to a slight degree. Maybe we'll get some kind of platforms that go along outside of it into physical devices, possibly something physical that we get that comes out, because he does have the means for production and producing things, and he has those contacts. So I think we could get something similar along those lines, some peripheral or devices, or maybe even an entire storefront of some kind, because those things will be able to be pushed through much faster, I think, using Twitter and getting to all those followers.
Do you think so integration with other tools, basically?
Right, right, and physical things. We look at the way Facebook is trying to integrate their devices, their Meta devices, to coming out with things similar to what Google did with the Google glasses and the other Google
Oh, I see what
peripherals
you're saying.
that you see. Even Apple with their products going, from the computer, from the digital, and into a physical hardware space, into storefronts. I think that we'll see more integration of those things of Twitter, and possibly into more hardware ramifications as well as devices, digital as well as physical
Mhm.
applications for a lot of different things down the pipeline. I think that also could connect into Tesla as well.
And Tesla and Starlink too. I mean,
Right.
that's the other
That's where I
part.
see it going.
Okay. I wanted to go in here. Here's another thing that's trending on Twitter right now is deleting. A lot of people talking about deleting Twitter, and I just found this. So for example, someone is a response to the New York Post this morning. The New York Post has long fostered an ugly, toxic conversation on their front pages and social accounts, but these posts are more disgusting and vile than usual. The New York Post needs to immediately explain how this reprehensible content was made public. This was the New York Post got hacked the other day. And while the Post has made its preference very clear in the New York governor's race, there's no room for this violent, sexist rhetoric in our politics. We demand answers. They got hacked, and so there was some nasty stuff they put on there. But that wasn't the deleting part. I'm talking about this. Looks like all the I'm deleting Twitter peeps. Oh shoot, and it reset on me. Well, this is Seth Dillon from the Babylon Bee. I believe isn't he from the Babylon Bee? The Babylon Bee was tossed in Twitter jail 7 months ago for a joke that referred to an adult male as a man. We could have restored our account at any time by deleting the tweet, but we refused. It was the right call. Never censor yourself and never apologize for speaking the truth. I get that. That's not what the part I was talking about.
What else is Rachel Levine? I mean,
well, it's
this
like this.
Go ahead, James.
With what Twitter's becoming now, it was like an unsecured schoolyard where it was a free-for-all. But then you get the teacher from the window that's trying to pick out her good boys and girls, and everyone that hit them, they were getting hit with strikes and all that. Now you've got the PE coach out there going, all right, fight it out.
Right.
He just evened up the odds.
I think so. And you know what? It's funny because what movie did I just watch? I watched a movie called Black Phone. Have any of you seen that yet?
Really good movie. Oh, the new horror film, right? Horror thriller.
And one of the things interesting, because it was a movie set in the late 70s, and that's when I was a kid. I was a child in the late 70s, and it started out where kids had a fight in the schoolyard. And two boys had a fight, and everyone runs up to gather around yelling, "Fight, fight, fight, fight!" And these two kids have a physical fight in the schoolyard. No teacher came to stop the fight. The kids worked it out. They fought. One kid beat up the other kid, and it was over. And then all the kids walked away. And that's how it was when I was a kid, right? But you would never see that now. And Twitter's kind of like that, where people are going to come and have their argument or have their fight or whatever, and everyone's going to come around and maybe chime in and talk about the whole fight. And then everyone just goes away, and everyone's, none the worse for wear. Someone might have a bloody nose, but they come back another day. And like you just said, James, where now is if there's even the hint of a fight, which I don't think kids even fight anymore hardly, but there's going to be some Karen teacher out there pulling one by his ear, and the other one was the good kid, and one's the bad boy, and you go sit in the principal's office, and you got to be expelled, and the good boys, gets a cookie or some shit. And that's, and I think Twitter needs to go back to the more 70s type of fight where you just, fight it out and everyone goes on their merry way afterwards. So I think that's the point you were making. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. See, there was the movie analogy there. All right. Let's see. We got, we only got like 10 minutes left. So let's do this. We're gonna if there's any particular points you guys want to make, I want to get them out now because I'm gonna try to wrap up here. James, give me a sort of a final thought on this.
Well, Jay, when you were talking about what can Twitter do to enhance its look, remember to help fund SpaceX, he put out flamethrowers. He was selling flamethrowers. I want a freaking Twitter flamethrower. Or something of that magnitude.
He might have Twitter Sync.
Oh yes, something like that. I mean, I just want to see something wild from this man, and it's going to come. 6 months to a year, he'll have something, and it's going to be neat.
That would be kind of funny if you had a button that you could just click and all of a sudden like this flame came across a tweet when you delete, or you want to block something or delete something, it's just a little flamethrower button and all of a sudden whoosh, right across it. Bullfrog.
We all kind of debated and we kind of, him and Hod, do you think Trump's going to come back? I really don't care if Trump comes back to it. What I'm more interested in is like James people that have been actually yeeted for telling the truth. I can't wait for these people to come back and actually get on that platform and start telling people the exact truth of everything that's been going on in the last few years. There's amazing amount of evidence to go along with a multitude of different things that they've actually covered. For him to actually come back and actually be able to push what they need to push off of this platform, it's going to make the left run scared off of everything that they've already done. You look at what, like Rob Reiner's already said this morning or whatever, everybody needs to be careful with their, this constitutional democracy and get themselves off of Twitter now. It's like, well, see, you're running scared. Go ahead, go run scared. You little, it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. What they're actually doing. And I'm so glad that they actually brought it to this point, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get reinstated, and there's going to be a lot of information that everybody's been missing.
Well, include some of the doctors they've gotten rid of during COVID, people.
Yeah, Robert Malone. Yeah, right.
Different economic stuff. I mean, people they've been eating for so-called disinformation. Well, some of these doctors are doctors. It's not like they didn't go through medical school and have an idea of what they were talking about too.
Oh, actual doctors, not like Jill. Oh, okay.
Right. Jay, some final thoughts.
All right. Well, I think it's necessary that we study and follow policy over presentation. And what I mean by that is, you may like the person and what they're presenting themselves in a favorable light, and as long as that they may say all the right things, but are they doing the right things also behind closed doors? And what's the end game? So I think with Elon Musk, there's a lot that he's said in the past that indicates that he has dystopian motives within the realm of transhumanism and the global agenda. And that's why I think of him a lot like I think of like Lex Luthor, right? I think that even though Lex Luthor in the comic books was getting good things done for Metropolis, his end game was destroying Superman. I think ultimately we all want to be able to have these aspects of freedom, but I don't think that Lex Luthor is necessarily a savior figure. He's going to be able to get some things done that are good, and that's great. And we all use things. We could all use that to our benefit of being able to get the message out there. Then the message, of course, is going to be truth. As it says in the Bible, my people die for lack of knowledge. And we want to get that kind of information out to those around us. And we don't want to be stuck, in an echo chamber where it limits people from being able to express themselves. So I think on one end, it's going to be good. And on another end, different things going on behind closed doors are probably things that could be detrimental in some areas or functions. So it'll be the long term. Short term, positive, it's a good thing. Long term, we'll have to wait and see.
Agreed. Now, one thing that I also noticed as I've been watching this, one of the arguments that a lot of people on the left or whatever who, let's just say people who don't agree with the people who've been getting kicked off of Twitter, which tends to be either people on the right who might have some spicy ideas, or some of the anti-war left. A lot of those people are the people who've been getting kicked off of Twitter. And one of the arguments that these people who cheered the censorship on Twitter used to make, well, if you don't like it here, or if you don't like it here, go make your own Twitter. Okay. And so there have been people out there who've gone out and made other social media platforms. You got Parler, Getter, Clout Hub, Truth Social. Minds and Gab were already around, but Gab, those are some of those alternative media. And what I'm seeing is there are people. There's apparently a new social media platform called Trimble, I think it's called, and so a lot of people say, well, if now that Elon Musk take over, we're going to leave Twitter and we're going to go over to Trimble. And what I would like to tell those people, if you happen to see this for whatever reason, I don't know why you see this if you don't like me, but if you happen to see this and you go over to Trimble, and that's going to be what's called a left-wing echo chamber, because I am on some of these alternative sites. I'm on Gab, I'm on Minds, I'm on Parler, I'm on Getter, and Cloud Hub. I have a presence in all those places. But the one problem with those places that I see is they're boring. They're boring in the fact that everything on there is something I agree with. And so I find myself spending more time on Twitter because you don't learn from when everything's just cozy, when everything's easy, when everything's the exact same thing that you're saying. You can learn a lot more by what people you don't agree with are saying. And you cannot sharpen your saw if you don't know what you're trying to cut. So I think these people who go over to Trimble are the people who say, oh, well, this is an echo chamber. We don't even know what those other people are saying. You're not going to get no one's going to post Trump's Truth Social post on your Trimble. Now, you may think that's great because you don't want to hear Trump, but guess what? If you don't hear what Trump is saying, you're not going to know why he has so many people at his rallies.
Right.
So Twitter's going to still be that place where everyone goes. You're not going to be, you're not going to learn anything by being in another echo chamber, because right now one of the problems is most of the people on the left have a built-in echo chamber. It's called the vast majority of the mainstream media. So, they're not, and although there's a lot, it's funny. Do you know more Democrats watch Fox News than CNN? I just thought that's a fact. They've done surveys, and more Democrats watch Fox News than CNN. Anyway, now we're gonna wrap it up with one more meme, and then see if you have any. I should probably pay attention to the chat because I haven't paid attention to the chat today. But here's one more meme that I found. I didn't even watch it. I just know it's not going to get me in trouble. So here's the meme about what's happening in the sphere of social media.
Avengers!
Oh, Alex Jones, Babylon B.
Assemble.
Okay, so that's a prediction of what happened. Now, I don't think. Oh, do you think Alex Jones will get back on Twitter? Okay. Oh, here's the one thing I was going to ask. That was the question I wanted to ask before we get out of here. Name one or two people that you would most like to see be able to return to Twitter, whether they've been banned or if they just stayed away because of the way Twitter is. Name a couple people. We'll start with Jay Pylon.
Be Ryan Dempster and Donnie T.
Okay, Cool Frog.
I mean, I already said James O'Keefe. Steve Bannon. There's plenty of people that could actually,
Very good, James.
I think Alex Jones would be awesome to have back on Twitter. But I think after his trials and all that, unfair kangaroo court trials, mind you, he's done.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to say I'm waiting for the amendment, the appeals process on that one. That's going to be interesting, and that's probably going to go. My prediction on Alex Jones is he's probably going to be the new Larry Flint. I think that case is going to go to the Supreme Court. But anyway, and here's my pick. I have one that I absolutely want to see back on Twitter, and that would be the Krasenstein brothers. Do you remember them? The Krasenstein brothers, the twins. They all they did was follow Donald Trump and constantly tweet things against him. They were fucking hilarious. I thought they were a parody for the longest time, but they were real, and they are the greatest lolcows on the planet. So that's my choice. That's my choice. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. James Colley, Cool Frog, Jay Pylon, Cannon Hotep, who has already had to go. You guys wait through the outro if you can. I always have to say that because my outro is so long that people are like, what do I do now? So wait through the outro if you can. If you can't, that's cool. But thank you guys for joining me on the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you. Oh, and Ranting Monkey. I forgot. You got to have Ranting Monkey back. He's, because his cousin's not as fun as he is. Ranting Monkey, definitely would be best. Oh, what the hell?
I mean, Gateway Pundit.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today on the Morning Night Live. I would appreciate it if before you leave this stream, hit the like button, share the stream before. Well, you can't. It's already after. It's during and after. Share the stream during and after the show. And also, if you're not subscribed to me on Rumble, please go ahead and subscribe there. And and then I'll take this opportunity to just say, if you enjoy what I do, sometimes if you want to sponsor the show, you can do that at pdognight.live 24 hours a day. And if you do that, and if you don't mind, use the credit card version instead of PayPal. I'm not going to remove PayPal because some people like that, but if you can, do it the other way. And or super chats and other information down below. I have a bunch of things I'm also going to post in the one tab link today where I put all the articles that I would normally read during the day. I have a few other things if you want to check those out. And if you, let's see, make sure I did this right. Hang on, before I do that, make sure nobody did any more Streamlabs because I don't get the notifications. Just refresh here real quick. And today. All right, we're good. All right, thanks to our sponsors today, Ty Alexander, Black Hebrews Light, and Cool Frog. Everyone have a wonderful day. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.